Hi, I'm Danica Kalemdaroglu with Balanced Body. Today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite mermaid to side lying progressions on my CenterLine low chair. Let's get started. I've got my Balanced Body CenterLine low chair set to 1 spring on the 3, which is a decent high setting for side lateral work. Come seated on the chair, off to the edge. I like to have what I like to call hipability, where I have room for my pelvis to shift when we get into the side lying position. But starting with an easy mermaid, emphasizing thoracic lateral flexion. Reach up both arms and reach out into the spring and give an easy bend at the waist that takes you down into the pedal on an exhale. And then inhale, fill your lungs back up, lift yourself back up tall. Keeping this foot planted, acknowledge the fact that your pelvis is a little off kilter. Well, that's going to allow you to really get a nice length on your top side as you go out over into the pedal. And now take a stretching out of that top leg, which makes that top side get even more stretch, lifting back up. And you'll notice my heel rock into the floor. This is where I like to add a little bend to the knee and a little side bend over to complement what we're doing to that working side into the pedal. Bringing up the challenge a little bit. Begin now to allow your pelvis to shift across, which is really adduction on that leg that you're sitting on, and reach out, lifting the top leg, keeping a nice, long, strong line from ankle through the hip, up through the waist, all the way out to the top of the spine. Let the leg lower and you'll find your side bend come right back in as the pedal helps lift you up. That's the joy of the pedal. It's there to challenge you, but it also helps to lift you back up in space in certain exercises. Taking the challenge up a little bit more. We're gonna reach out, getting more of a lateral reach than a side bend now. Bottom leg is gonna come up and reach out and support underneath. You could also cross. If you need to, put your hand on the edge of the pedal. And this is where we're gonna look for a little elbow bend, letting the pedal come up, and exhale, press back into it. And inhale, let it lift. And exhale, press back down. It might be more beneficial for your neck if you turn and look at the pedal. But what you want to try and do is bring that elbow straight in. Resist letting it go back, as it's going to throw the head of your humerus into internal rotation, which is going to make you eventually collapse on that strong supporting side that you need. So I'm going to lengthen back out of that, find my neck nice and long, pedal lifts, and press back down. Then I'm going to let the legs come apart in a little scissor action. A little easy walking, not too big, because you're precariously resting on that outer trochanter of that bottom hip. That's a very small point to balance on, hence the hip ability for you to roll and stretch out over onto the pedal. Then I'm gonna let that top leg reach to the back, giving an easy, nice spiral through the lumbar spine to let me lift up. And now I've set up on the corner of the chair, which actually is a great way to set up for your teaser twists and those advanced teasers on the chair. But before you even get to that, just give an easy rewind out of that rotation, reach back into the pedal, bring yourself all the way back into that side lying position, and then stretch back into that come up and twist and reach. It's actually very difficult for a wonderful, good stretch through your top side as you really work everything on that bottom side. Pull together, finish it off with a little bit more side work, flexing from your top side now, reaching back out. And an easy side bend like that of your mat work. And back out, last one, lift and let it come up. Over and around to the other side. And that is one of my favorite mermaid to side lying progressions that I do on my CenterLine Balanced Body chair. Thank you for watching.